It's the day after signing day, which means it's time to look at USC's class of 2026, the number one rated class in the country, with 35 commitments, 35 locked in, which is great. No stress. I want to talk about this through superlatives just because I find that more fun. So we'll start with the most exciting signee on offense. And for me, that's Kenai Pepe. The offensive tackle out of IMG, he's 6'7", 320. Number 5 in the class, number 1 offensive tackle per 24/7 Sports. They compared him to Jordan Mailata from the Eagles, which is all I needed to hear. He's most exciting for me just because USC needs elite offensive line talent. They have, I think, done a good job in the last couple of years making up for the fact that they didn't really recruit offensive line well enough early on, and certainly in the last stages of the Helton era. They've done a good job of identifying some really good linemen, but they've missed on the super elite ones, on the really, really good ones, and Pepe is that. He's the guy that makes the difference, huge potential difference maker for USC. Down the line, I don't want to see him as a freshman, maybe even don't want to see him as a sophomore, given my philosophy about big men, but still, hugely exciting. Okay, on to the most exciting signee on defense, and that for me is Tom Tupoi. He is a massive defensive lineman out of Mater Dei, 6'3", 320. He ranks 86th in the class and 10th among defensive linemen. But he is just the ideal interior defensive lineman that USC has also been screaming out for in the past few years. Jamien Winfield is also in this class. I think that the two of them could really become anchors for USC's defensive line down the line. But Tom's really the one that stands out, not just because he's a local recruit, but because of his ability as an interior defensive lineman, the kind of stuff that USC has just been lacking. Next, it's most likely to make an impact as a freshman. Frankly, I don't want to see many of the freshmen in this 2026 class have to play. But if anybody does, I'm banking on Luke Wafel, the edge defender out of New Jersey. He is 6'5", 245, 44th in the class, 7th among edges. And he's just a guy with a nose for the quarterback. And that's something USC needs. As much as we like Cam Crawford and Braylon Shelby and a lot of the edges that USC's brought in, the productivity on the edge has just not been good enough in the past few years. USC needs to have somebody who is just able to pin their ears back, get to the quarterback, and show that pass rushing prowess that USC's been missing in the last few years. And I think Luke Wafel could be that guy.